Hey there, welcome to the Business Breakthrough Bootcamp. This is the first video in a series of videos where I am going to break down the 5 most common business blocks keeping therapists and healers from getting to their next level of success. Scaling your private practice, that's what you want to do. That's what you need to do. It's likely that you've gotten to the point where you have so many one-on-one clients, you have marketing to do, you have admin to do, you have finance to do, and you're really burnt out and you're wondering, how will I scale? How will I make more money? How will I do this and have some freedom, have some time, do some things I enjoy? Because let's face it, building, scaling, growing a private practice is about more than therapy. That's the part you love. That's the part you do easy peasy. But there's other parts of the business that may not be so easy peasy. We call those blocks. Those blocks are usually technology, marketing, operations, money, and the fifth one is values. Now, that fifth one you probably not heard much about. It's kind of one I brought to the table because I've seen it over my years of working with therapists. And just so you know, if you don't know me, I am Kanae Corder, National Certified Counselor, specializing in financial therapy for healers and therapists. Now, I built a multi-six-figure, tech-enabled, subscription-based practice with multiple streams of income. And I want to show you how I did it so you can do it too. These videos, these free business bootcamp videos, are a chance for you to see if you and I, if we connect, if we gel, if you feel like we can work together successfully. And the masterclass, the free masterclass that I'm going to do is another way that we're going to dive deep. This is where you kind of observe me. In the masterclass, we get to interact. And then at the end of the masterclass, I'll tell you how we can work together successfully. You can join me in my mission. You can join my community, my thriving private practice community, so that I can walk you through step by step how I did it and how you can do it too. Now, one of the things that I use to break through all of those blocks, or most of those blocks, is Kajabi. And in this video, I'm going to tell you the 5 most common business blocks, but I'm also going to tell you how you can start before you even come to the masterclass or join my community, how you can start breaking through some of those blocks with a tool that I use and have been using since 2018. So Kajabi will help you marketing wise, technology wise, operations wise, and some of your finances as well, some of your financial blocks. But what I want you to understand is Kajabi is the physical, the practical, the fundamental part of that. But there's still some mental blocks, some mentality blocks that you have that my self-sync financial therapy will help you clear. And if you come to the masterclass, that's where we'll do that. But here, let's break down those 5 blocks. Now, I've mentioned them before: technology, marketing, operations, money, and values. I'm not going to talk about the values blocks today. I am going to talk a little bit about each one, and then you'll see some videos on the other ones here on YouTube and on TikTok, and it'll help you see if you do have these blocks, and I'll give you some pointers on how you can start clearing them even if you don't work with me and if you don't come to the masterclass. But I'm also going to give you information on how we can connect and continue to work together. So let's talk about technology blocks. Speaking of technology blocks, this is the second time I've done this video, so I had a few technology blocks myself. And that brings me to point number 1 when it comes to technology. Just accept it. Just expect it. Accept it and expect it. It's going to happen. Look, even if you are an engineer in, I don't know, all those titles that have to do with technology, any of them, you're still going to have some challenges when it comes to technology. So just imagine if the engineers are having challenges, then what do you expect to experience? Yeah, challenges. So yeah, it's just going to happen. Expect it. And if you don't expect it, what's going to happen is you're going to be blindsided. You're going to be surprised. You're going to be frustrated. Now, you're still going to be frustrated. It's going to tire you out, but at least you know it's going to happen. Now, the second thing I want you to do is I want you to talk to technology. I know it sounds silly. This is going to be your field work. So go ahead and write this down. Yeah, write it down that you are going to talk to technology. You're going to have a conversation with technology and you're just going to say, thank you, technology, for being here. I really appreciate you. You do so much to make my life easier, but sometimes you make my life harder. And I wish you wouldn't do that. Can you work with me, please? Now, that's conversations I have with technology. You can say whatever you want to technology. I'm just kind of getting the ball rolling for you. You're going to have a conversation with technology. And then the next thing you're going to do is to decide what tools you want to use to make your life easier. Stop running from it. Stop fighting it. You just need to come into this year. Come on. Come on in. We're inviting you into 2022, 23. You're invited. Come on in. Welcome. Bienvenue. So glad you're here. Yeah, I'm just saying, you got to pick a tool. Now, I pictured Kajabi. It's the right tool for me. And I'm just going to give you this little bit and why Kajabi is the right tool for me. I typically do not like all-in-one situations. I like boutiques, right? I don't want to go to a department store. I want to go to a store that sells jackets, and I want to go to a store that sells bags. I want to go to a store that sells appliances. I do not want to buy my appliances and my chicken in the same place. I don't like all-in-one kind of things. But Kajabi does such a good job. They have slowly built each piece so intricately, so thoughtfully, so interactively, because they've asked us along the way what we've needed. And that's the thing about Kajabi. If Kene, emails the president of Kajabi, I will get a response from the president, not his assistant. And yeah, it may be because I've been there since the beginning, but not the beginning, but early on. Maybe, but I don't think so. I think this is who he is as a person. And that's the type of person you would be dealing with if you decided to work with Kajabi. Now, the other reason that you might want to work with Kajabi is because of your marketing blocks. But if you use Kajabi, then your website, your landing pages, your email, even your events, all of that is all in one place. So you don't have to have multiple different tools that you need to try and speak to each other. And let's face it, you're not an engineer. So why would you make this harder for yourself? You would just make it easier and have something where all the pieces are already in place, so you don't have to try and get them to talk to each other, or you don't have to do an extra step. If somebody calls you, emails you, now you have to email them back. Or you could just have a form that's in Kajabi, and they fill out the form, and then you get an email and they automatically get an email. They go into your list, and then they might even get dropped into some automation that says, oh, well, if you are part of that list, then you might as well register. Because when you register for my masterclass, what's going to happen is you're going to automatically get an email. That's not me standing at my computer waiting for you to register, sending you an email. That's Kajabi. The other block I want to talk about is your operations block. Maybe you've been resistant to hiring somebody. Well, guess what? You really don't have to, because a lot of what you would hire somebody for, it can happen in Kajabi. Now, you might still need to hire somebody. I sure did, but I have a smaller team and I talk about this in my operations video about how I hired too fast and then I had to let the team go. But I had everything I needed already, and that was in Kajabi to make my business what I needed it to be. Now, operations on the side of hiring, but there's the operations on the side of multiple streams of income can be right there in your hands. You can have courses, you can have group sessions, you can have one-on-one sessions. It's so much. You can have events. There's so much you can do. And the community, oh my goodness, the community. And that's the part that I enjoy so much, because I'm best when I'm live, when I get to interact with you. I mean, these videos are cool. I do great here. But when we get together, you'll see in the masterclass when you register. Did I tell you that the link was in the description? Did I ask you to subscribe to this video? Okay, do those two things. But when we get together, you'll see how much more fun. I mean, I'm fun on video, but I'm like a lot of fun in real life. And that's what lights me up, getting to hang out with you live. I mean, just look, I don't even know where I'm supposed to look in this video right now. I'm like, am I supposed to look here or there or where? So I'm with you. I'm with you. All of this technology stuff. It's not, I would rather not. I would rather not. But I would rather make money. So I'm breaking through that block. I would rather make money. And because of that, I just go with the flow. So here's the thing about your marketing blocks. I'm going to do a deeper video. You'll get to watch that. But be yourself. Be yourself. Yeah. Just like, can you tell I'm being myself? Oh, am I being myself? Probably too much of myself, but that's okay. You can handle it. But be yourself. That makes it so much easier. But Kajabi allows you to be yourself because it gives you templates. It tells you the direction you need to go in with your copy, but it doesn't tell you what to say. It's not cookie cutter. And that is what brings me to this last block that we're going to talk about today, and that is your money block. You might have a money block. If you said things like, I don't do this for money, or it's better to give than to receive. Is it though? Is it because the person you're giving to is receiving? So how could it be better? It's the same, like the same side of a different coin, or different side of the same coin. Yeah, that one. Okay, you get what I'm saying. So it's not better or worse. It just is. So your money block, it's time for you to get past it. And here's how you're going to do it. Because if you have Kajabi, you can be at work doing your one-on-one session, and I will show you how to record a course and create a course. But Kajabi will show you way better than I will. I'll just give you some tips on how I've done it, but Kajabi will walk you step by step through it. And they have live tech training sessions. They have library. They have all the things you need to make it easier. And they even have, like, you have to pay for it, but you can have somebody you meet with once a week to make sure that you're staying on track. But you got it. Sometimes you got to pay for success. You pay a little bit more. You got to get creative in the beginning when you don't have any money. But once you start making a little money, break through those money blocks. Spend a little money. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to tell you before we go. You might need to spend a little money. Now, your little money block keeping you from spending money because you're like, no, I want to hold on to it. Well, come on, invest in your business. Sometimes you got to put money back. So you get a 60-day free trial when you click the link in the description to try Kajabi. And then after that, you're going to pay some money. But it will be so worth it, because even if you just got one client, then you pay for your Kajabi. And if that's not true, then you need to raise your prices. And I'm doing a video about that alone. And we're going to talk about pricing, first of all, and then I'm going to do a video on pricing. We got a lot of videos to do. I'm traveling, so I'm going to get as many of these videos out to you as I can. But the way that I'm spending the end of the year is traveling abroad. I already did Portugal. I'm in France now. We're going to Thailand. So hang out with me, because I want to show you how I live the life that I designed for myself. You can design a life for you. I can help you decide and determine in my self-sync financial therapy session that we're going to do in the masterclass. I'm going to help you figure out what you want that life to look like. And then once you figure out what that life looks like, then we can journey together in the Scale My Private Practice community so that you can create that life, because you can do it. And it's so much easier when you have a guide going with you on the journey and a community of others just like you. So a couple of things you need to do. I say watch this video again because you might have missed something. you know you have technology blocks. You know you have marketing blocks. You know you have operations blocks. You know if you have money blocks. You might not know if you have values blocks, but we're going to talk about in the masterclass. So first, register for the masterclass. Well, first, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Register for the masterclass. I also want you to follow me in TikTok. Go to TikTok. If you're on there, follow me, watch some of those videos too. There may be some things that overlap, but it's all about time and repetition. You need to keep hearing this so that you can believe it, because the reason why you have that money block is because you believe those things they told you, that it was better to give than to receive. You believed it, and it's just not true. There's so many things that aren't true. And I have so much that I want to share with you. And I want you to be part of my mission. See, I'm on a mission to change the way that mental health is viewed and administered. And I'm doing that by pouring into therapists and healers. You and I, well, it may not be you, but there are 1,000 healers and therapists that I'm going to help get to $1 million in revenue. Now, if that's not your goal, if you don't care about making $1 million, wouldn't it be nice if you could just hit your revenue goal, whatever it is, and be confident that you can do that without being burnt out, without being overwhelmed? You can do it and live the life that you desire. Like right now, I work 4 to 6 hours a day, about 4 days a week, and I get to spend time with my family, travel, hang out, have fun. I do all of that and still run a practice and pour into you and others. So you can do it too. See the smile on my face? It's not phony. It's real. And I want to share it with you over and over and over again. All right, bring it in. That's my hug. You can do this. It doesn't have to be hard. You can get through those 5 most common money blocks, and you can do it starting today. Watch the other videos, subscribe to this channel, and let's continue to work together so you can make money while making a difference. And I'll see you in the next video and on the masterclass.